6:50 a.m. here on your Wednesday morning. Tropics, it's been relatively quiet for us, but right now it's fair to say that things are heating up.
That's true, but I feel like this time of year is when we usually see a lot of that activity.
That's right. September 10th is our peak time or peak day of hurricane season. So this is the peak month, if you will, in terms of the activity. And when you look at our map right now, it is certainly living up to that expectation. Not only do we have a Category 4 hurricane that is actually not too far away from us here in central Georgia, but we've got another storm that's beginning to develop in the Caribbean, which I'll show you the details on here in just a minute or so. But first, let's take a live look across downtown Macon this morning. We've got temperatures a little warmer than they have been the past few mornings. But big heat is on the way for today and tomorrow. And then a cold front arrives late tomorrow afternoon and evening. And of course, we're watching the details on what's going on down in the Caribbean. 68 here in Macon, 69 in Warner Robins, 70 in Roberta, 70 in Butler, 71 in Unadilla, and 65 to get the morning started down in Dodge County. Just a few showers down along the coast this morning, and that is about it. We are not going to be expecting any rain here in central Georgia today. Just some really hot temperatures into the 90s this afternoon, the mid 90s at that, before we cool back off down into the 60s for tomorrow morning. Now, tomorrow afternoon, we could see 1 or 2 showers across the area. I've only got about a 10% chance of rain on the 7-day. This is going to be a front sliding its way in here, and that's going to be a Mitch Welcome front because temperatures tomorrow afternoon will be in the 80s. So cooling off back down into the 60s for Friday, but then not rebounding to where we were here on Thursday, only talking about maybe the low 80s here in central Georgia. So for the next 2 days, trending above average before we are below average. 95 today, 96 for Thursday, 84 for Friday. So certainly turning the page there on the heat. Also ushering in some drier air. The dew points, they're going to be really comfortable on Friday and Saturday, and quite honestly into next week as well. Now let's talk about the tropics. We do have a lot going on here. We have Hurricane Fiona. All right, here just north of Puerto Rico. This area disturbed weather, which I'll tell you more about here in a minute. Another tropical storm, Gaston, formed yesterday. Not a concern for us. And 2 more areas of potential development before all is said and done. But what we're watching is what's going on in the Caribbean. This is the Euro and the GFS model running side by side. And you can see they're fairly consistent on bringing the storm through the Caribbean and then on the doorstep there of the Gulf of Mexico. Now, the more lines you have, the stronger the storm is. So the GFS here showing a stronger storm threading the needle between Cancun and Cuba. The Euro trying to pull this over Cuba as a weaker storm. Regardless, the models have been very consistent on one bringing it through the Caribbean and into the Gulf of Mexico and having a fairly strong storm at that. So something that we are going to continue to watch. The timetable on this is in this location here just off the Mexican and Cuban coast early Wednesday morning of next week. So this would put it into the Gulf of Mexico late next week. Of course, we'll be watching all the details on that. Don't be surprised to run into a few spots of fog this morning. It is a humid start, but we are going to clear out this afternoon. Look for a high temperature right around 95, and we are not stopping there. Tomorrow, 96 with a 10% chance of rain. Then that front arrives late tomorrow night. Temperatures back down into the 80s for the weekend. A 20% chance of rain on Sunday and Monday as another cold front rolls in here to central Georgia.